Then you feel completely bombarded because you are being completely bombarded by your own thoughts. They're literally in the way. You can't get them out. And you have to be able to get them out in order to manifest the reality that you want. So what do we do?
That was easy.
If you're trying to manifest your man and it feels like this, watch this video all the way till the end, because I'm going to tell you what to do about all of those pesky little thoughts that keep you from manifesting the relationship that you want with your specific person.
If you want to get your specific person in your pocket, watch this video all the way till the end, because this is going to be the video for you. Hey guys, it's Jasmine with Manifest Fast with Jasmine, and in this video I'm going to talk to you guys about if you haven't been able to manifest him yet, who, what, when, where, how, why, what are you supposed to do, what are you going to do? So I know that I talk about a lot of practices and techniques on this channel. I have an entire group full of courses to help you guys manifest your specific person, among other things. There's a lot that we talk about, but the problem is not that you don't know what to do. The problem is that you have trouble doing it. That's what we're going to cover in this video. If you have trouble doing what it takes after having studied law of attraction and manifesting, and you're still not seeing that result, you still don't have him wrapped around your little finger, you still don't have that relationship that you want, you still haven't manifested your specific person or got him or her back into your life the way that you want. Alright, so this is very, very simple. What do we know about manifesting? I'm assuming that you guys have already studied manifesting, you've already been watching the videos and the books, and maybe even taking courses. But if you're watching this video, that means that you're still not able to apply it. Why? Why do we have trouble applying? So essentially what we learn in manifesting is how to control our thoughts. And I don't really like the word control very much, but that is what it ends up being. And this can all be much easier and much more fun than we sometimes allow it to be. Actually, if you're truly manifesting, see, there's a difference between manifesting and manipulation. So manipulating is when you're trying to make it happen. Manifesting is when you're traveling in your mind into this reality where it's already done, and then you start to feel that it's already done, and then you begin to be convinced that it's already done, and then you travel into this dimension where it's actually done. And that's not difficult at all. That's actually a really nice journey. But somewhere along the way, it helps if, well, it's necessary for you to learn how to direct your thoughts and how to think your own thoughts. Because just imagine if you're trying to manifest a new reality, but you keep being interrupted by the old reality as you're trying to think the new reality is not going to come through. The new reality is not going to come through.
Don't worry, we're going to talk about what to do about this.
You manifest what you focus upon, what you're thinking. If your mind is jumbled or a combination of two different things, then your reality is going to continue to be a manifestation of that confliction and confusion. Imagine that these paper balls are your thoughts. And let's say that you are going to try to meditate, clear your mind, and think about the reality that you want. Here's what happens to people who find it difficult to go to the end, meaning like focus upon what you want purely, as if it already were, and people who are just maybe even trying to meditate, but especially when you try to get more specific and you realize that there's this there's this resistance, there's this jerking where you can't seem to be able to focus on it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna think about this now, and you keep getting interrupted by your old thought. You keep getting, there's this interruption, and they just keep coming, and the interruptions and the thoughts, and you feel completely bombarded because you are being completely bombarded by your own thoughts. They're literally in the way. You can't get them out, and you have to be able to get them out in order to manifest the reality that you want. So what do we do? So literally in this video, I'm going to give you one technique that is going to help this problem a lot. This is a technique that I talk about in my 7-step program, which is by far my most popular program ever released, because in that program, I'm literally teaching you guys basic step-by-step how to align. And the first thing about how to align with the reality that you want so that you can manifest it is you have to learn how to clear all those thoughts. So, one technique. No matter where you are, you're having trouble, this is the technique that is going to help you. This is going to require some focus, some commitment, some longevity on your part, because you're actually going to have to keep this up. But the good news is that when you start keeping this up a little bit more, like when you stick to it, you've got the stick-to-itiveness about you, and you've been at this for a few days, you're going to start to notice a difference. Now, the thing about this is a moment-to-moment process. So like this is basically a moving meditation that as you go throughout your world, throughout your day, you're able to focus on this moment to moment to moment to moment, no matter what you're doing, and kind of correct yourself as you go about your normal day. This does not interfere with your day. So literally what you do is you continue doing this practice over and over and over. And here's what the practice is. Thought comes up and you just, I don't have to think about that right now. Another thought comes up. I don't have to think about that right now. Another thought comes up. Oh, I don't have to think about that right now. It's gonna come up again. You know what? I don't have to think about that right now. And there's a few different ways that you can handle this. You can drop it, say, I don't have to think about that right now. You can say, you know what, that doesn't matter. You can say, nothing can mess this up, not even that. You can say, I'm just not going to think about that right now. But you basically, every single time something comes up, you throw it out. That's the point. The point here is every time something comes up, you throw it out. Every time it comes up, you throw it out. And you have to do this for 3 days to start with, for you to start to feel a little bit of relief. Now, if you're doing this properly, in the moment that you do it, if you're doing it properly, you will feel a sense of relief, because when that thought hits you and then you actually release it from yourself, you're going to feel the relief of that thought having been released from you. Because these thoughts don't feel good. And when you can release them from yourself and not have to think about it or worry about that right now, you're going to feel instantly better. But overall, you should experience some sort of shift. If you're doing this moment to moment to moment over a period of a few days, you should notice, let's say, a shift within the first 3 days. And then after that, I recommend doing this actually for a span of 2 weeks, like focusing on this really, really a lot, really intently for at least 2 weeks. I've done this, and this is what I do. And this is the kind of focus that manifesting requires when you want to make some big shifts and really reprogram your mind and quantum leap into a new dimension, a new reality. You want to reset your mind, reset yourself, reset who, what, when, where, how you're thinking. You have to train your brain and yourself. You have to train yourself. If you want to manifest this person that you want, if you want to be able to get really good at manifesting, you want to master it, you want to get results, you want to have control over what you're manifesting, you have to get control over what you're thinking, and also that will give you control over what you're doing manifestationally wise. The two really, really go hand in hand. You have to be dedicated to training yourself to not be controlled by your thoughts. You have to teach yourself how to not be distracted by all of these things coming to you, okay? You have to train like a ninja, like a Jedi. You got to train yourself. It really, really is a training. But here's the good thing about it is that thinking those thoughts was never good anyway. That was never fun anyway. So training yourself to not think in that way is something that you would want to focus on, whether you were wanting to manifest something other than clarity or not, right? So you're going to manifest clarity, peace of mind, serenity, like a better mental state and a better emotional state. And then when you manifest that better emotional and mental state, you're going to find yourself being inspired by alignment, and it's going to make that manifestational ability within you just roll, and it's going to make you understand on a much deeper, more implementable level how to do all of this. You're going to understand it in ways that you never have before. When you have the clarity that comes from clearing your thoughts. And I know that it at first seems difficult, but it is not impossible. And if you think that this is hard or impossible or difficult or too difficult, think about who is thinking that thought. It's you. If you're thinking this is hard, it's you thinking that this is hard. And you are the one who needs to change your thought about it. So don't make it harder on yourself, make it easier on yourself, and you can do that right now by changing that thought. Okay, look, I'm going live this weekend.
2 p.m. EST on Sunday with How to Attract Him Sensually. And this is going to be the grand finale before the premiere of my new upcoming course, which is going to be on how to manifest him specifically. This is something that I have not talked about much, but I'm finally doing a course on how to manifest your specific person specifically. Then we're going to talk about what to do if you haven't manifested them yet. And we also have an SP challenge coming up. So if you haven't already, join my coaching group for more courses, more information, and more support. Smash that button to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and when you subscribe, you gotta hit that bell button and click all to receive all notifications so that you know every time I'm coming out with a new video. I will see you in the group this weekend.
Huh?
I say thank God I'm still young.
Why?
That was easy.